think so.
Yay!
That's gonna stay warm.
Welcome everybody. Erin, Andrew. Welcome. It's a privilege to be here. Thank you for letting me participate here with you. The only instruction I received from Erin and Andrew is to keep it short, as it's not too warm out here and short sleeves on. But there's a parable about marriage that I'd like to share with everybody if that's alright. Can you hear me alright?
Yes.
Alright. Is that alright? Share a little story. Okay. I think this best describes marriage and what it is, how to make it special. It says we started as poor college students, but my wife's vision for our marriage was exemplified by a set of silverware. As is common today, when we married, she registered with a local department store. Instead of listing all the pots and pans and appliances we needed and hoped to receive, she chose another course. She asked for silverware. She chose a pattern and the number of place settings and listed knives, forks, and spoons on the wedding register and nothing else. No towels, no toasters, no television. Just knives, forks, and spoons. The wedding came and went. Our friends and our parents' friends gave gifts. We departed for a brief honeymoon and decided to open the presents when we returned. When we did so, we were shocked. There was not a single knife or fork in the lot. We joked about it and went on with our lives. 2 children came along when we were in law school. We had no money to spare. When my wife worked as a part-time election judge, or when someone gave her a few dollars for her birthday, she would quietly set it aside, and when she had enough, she would go to town to buy a fork or a spoon. It took us several years to accumulate enough pieces to use them. When we finally had the service for 4, we began to invite some of our friends to dinner. Before they came, we would have a little discussion in the kitchen. Which utensils would we use? The battered and mismatched stainless or the special silverware? In those early days, I would often vote for the stainless. It was easier. You could just throw it into the dishwater after the meal and it took care of itself. The silver, on the other hand, was a lot of work. My wife had it hidden away under the bed where it could not be found easily by a burglar. She had insisted that I buy a tarnish-free cloth to wrap it in. Each piece was in a separate pocket, and it was no easy task to assemble all the pieces. When the silver was used, it had to be hand-washed and dried so that it would not spot, and put back in the pocket so it would not tarnish, and wrapped up and carefully hidden again so it would not get stolen. If any tarnish was discovered, I was sent to buy silver polish, and together we carefully rubbed the stains away. Over the years, we added to the set, and I watched with amazement how she cared for the silver. My wife was never one to get angry easily. However, I remember the day when one of our children somehow got hold of one of the silver forks and wanted to use it to dig up the backyard. That attempt was met with a fiery glare and a warning to not think about it ever. I noticed that the silverware never went with many war dinners she cooked. It never accompanied the many meals she made and sent to others who were sick or needy. It never went on picnics and never went camping. In fact, it never went anywhere, and as time went by, it didn't even come to the table very often. Some of our friends were weighed in the balance, found wanting, and didn't even know it. They got the stainless when they came to dinner. The time came when we were called to go on a mission. I arrived home one day and was told that I had to rent a safe deposit box for the silver. She didn't want us to take it with us, she didn't want to leave it behind, and she didn't want to lose it. For years, I thought she was just a little bit eccentric. And then one day I realized that what she had known for a long time, something that I was just beginning to understand. If you want something to last forever, you treat it differently. You shield it and protect it. You never abuse it. You don't expose it to the elements. You don't make it common or ordinary. If it ever becomes tarnished, you lovingly polish it until it gleams like new. It becomes special because you have made it so, and grows more beautiful and precious as time goes by. Eternal marriage is just like that. We need to treat it that way. I pray that we will see it for the priceless gift that it is. I think that's for example, ultimately marriage is what we make of it. And I have the power here to marry you for time. And there are those that have the power to marry you for time and all eternity. And I hope that soon after this it'll be able to do that. But thank you. Appreciate you. Alright. Take each other by the right hand. Michael Andrew Montgomery and Erin Marie Taylor. You have taken one another by the right hand in token of the covenants you will now enter in the presence of God and his witnesses. Michael Andrew Montgomery. You take Erin Marie Taylor as your lawfully wedded wife, and do you of your own free will and choice covenant as her companion and lawfully wedded husband, that you will cleave unto her and none else, that you will observe all the laws, covenants, and obligations pertaining to the holy state of matrimony, and that you will love, honor, and cherish her as long as you both shall live. Erin Marie Taylor. Do you take Michael Andrew Montgomery as your lawfully wedded husband, and do you of your own free will and choice covenant as his companion and lawfully wedded wife, that you will cleave unto him and none else, that you will observe all the laws, covenants, and obligations pertaining to the holy state of matrimony, and that you will love, honor, and cherish him as long as you both shall live. By virtue of the legal authority vested in me as an elder of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, I pronounce you Michael Andrew Montgomery and Erin Marie Taylor, husband and wife, legally and lawfully wedded for a period of your mortal lives. May God bless your union with joy in your posterity, and a long life of happiness together. May he enable you to keep the sacred covenants that you have made. These blessings I invoke upon you in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ. Amen. We now kiss each other as husband.